Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Commonwealth Sheriff's Department is temporarily closed due to a lack of funding. And the official art of the Kentucky Derby was released yesterday, honoring its 150th year.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:31 on September 15th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, we are seeing some of that fog. We'll go on ahead and say that across, or I guess just patchy throughout the region. I know we're seeing it here in Hazard, but as far as once we get past the fog, I guess it's going to be beautiful.
A beautiful day.
Yeah.
And don't take it for granted because changes are coming this weekend. They're brief changes, but they're changes nonetheless. Let's take you up to Jenkins this morning, US 119, US 23. Up on the mountain going into southwest Virginia. No major issues, not much traffic out there this morning. Temperatures in the 40s in Irvin and Clintwood, 50 exactly. Hazard, Manchester, Williamsburg, they were all in the 40s yesterday, so we'll keep an eye on those. Warmest spots in the region, Moorhead and Jackson, 57. 59 out in Somerset and Monticello. So some spots a little warmer this morning than yesterday, but there's still time to go. We've got temperatures that could drop all the way to about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, and then we'll see again cool conditions for a little while before we warm up quite nicely this afternoon. 78 the forecast high. It's going to be another nice day, so get out there and enjoy it. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. Authorities say the man at the center of a police investigation and manhunt in Lee County, Virginia, which extended into East Tennessee, has been arrested. Jason Dockery from Knoxville is accused of killing a woman in Anderson County, Tennessee on Tuesday. Investigators say she was in a car with Dockery when he stopped on the side of the road and shot her multiple times. Dockery was captured by the Union County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office. A Hazard man was arrested in connection with a shots fired call Wednesday night in Perry County, which also led to a casino-type gaming operation. Officials with the Perry County Sheriff's Office say Anthony Grigsby was arrested shortly after the incident near the old MC Napier High School. Police say Grigsby is charged with 1 count of attempted murder and multiple counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. Officers say the shots were the result of a fight between 2 men, but no injuries were reported. The shooting led officers to get a search warrant for a building on North Main Street where the gaming room was discovered. Police found around $3,000 in cash and around 40 hard drives from video gaming machines were confiscated. That part of the investigation will be taken to a grand jury. 3 other people were arrested for unrelated outstanding warrants. In Pulaski County, a Somerset man was arrested for a shooting that happened last week. The sheriff's office says Randy Alex Davidson shot his girlfriend at their home on September 7th after a domestic violence situation. It happened around 10:30 that night. She is expected to be okay. Davidson is charged with first-degree assault and is in the Pulaski County Detention Center. The Bradford County Sheriff's Department is temporarily closed after the fiscal court decided to postpone a decision on funding. Sheriff John Holland said his vehicle would be parked outside of the courthouse until the issue is resolved. Bradford County Judge Executive Jeff Noble says they do not have the money to fund the sheriff's programs right now, and it has led to other issues coming up.
Sometime back, he came and told me that he was going to quit escorting funerals and not doing unlock on cars because maybe he was realizing then that he was going to be a shortfall with financing. So we went ahead and we take care of that.
Noble said they are hoping to resolve the issue soon. Sheriff Holland was at a conference in Western Kentucky when this happened. Home warranties are a common purchase, but are they worth it? One Kentucky woman says it depends who you choose. After fighting with her company for months over a repair, she felt forced to cancel her policy with nothing to show for it. And she's not the only one with problems. Garrett Weimer investigates.
God apparently has something left for me to do.
Now back home after weeks in a coma.
I woke up on Easter morning.
Leona Fugit has plenty to catch up on.
I have enough bills to pay without paying for something I'm getting nothing nothing out of.
On top of the medical bills, Fugit still needs repeated repairs of her air conditioning that she'd hoped by now would have been fixed.
I just feel so stupid because I let them talk me into doing something that I knew I shouldn't have done in the first place.
Fugit says she signed up with Choice Home Warranty in March 2022 and began paying $49.25 each month. A couple months later, she says her AC unit wasn't working right, so she called Choice. And that's when she says the problems really started. She says the contractor Choice sent out identified the problem, but said the warranty wouldn't cover it.
He said it'd be $650 some. And I said, honey, I don't have $658.
She paid half for half the refrigerant he said it needed. But it didn't hold, and she says the contractor ghosted her after that. So she reached out to the warranty company, who she says then told her they do cover it, but says they never sent someone else out as promised to fix it. And she still hasn't gotten reimbursed.
To be honest, I've gave up fighting with them other than then I finally got mad again the other day and called you guys.
Choice Home Warranty has not responded to WKYT Investigate's request for comment. Fugit is far from the first person frustrated with Choice Home Warranty. The Kentucky Office of the Attorney General tells me they're looking into the company. They've received 47 complaints against them going back to 2018. And in the last 3 years, the Better Business Bureau in New Jersey, where the company's based, has received more than 11,000 complaints.
There are some good ones and maybe some not so good ones.
It's why BBB experts here in Kentucky encourage folks to do research ahead of time, looking up other customers' experiences and complaints, perhaps selecting a BBB accredited business, and closely reading the warranty's terms and conditions.
Your home is the largest and most expensive thing you own that you've invested in, and you want to take good care of it. But all home warranty companies are not created equal.
As a widow on a fixed income, Fugit says she feels taken advantage of.
They pray, not only this company, but a lot of other companies, if you're over 65, you're fair game.
She's already out hundreds of dollars and is now saving for the thousands she'll need soon to replace the AC unit. Fugit canceled the policy in November. She does not expect to get her money back now.
If they did this to me, they did it to other older people like I am.
But she hopes her story at least serves as a warning as she gets back to more of the unfinished business still ahead of her. In Berea, Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
The BBB also recommends paying your warranty with a credit card, which can help with any disputes, and keep all records and correspondence on file just in case. When an emergency strikes, mine rescue teams have to be ready to respond safely and effectively in dangerous conditions. Dozens of teams are putting their skills to the test in Logan County, West Virginia. A multi-day competition between mining rescue teams at Chief Logan Convention Center test vital skills. The course's problem designer, Harvey Farrell, says the map is blank when teams start out. And when they come across a situation in the course, they have to problem solve.
They have to handle these different situations, and they might have to clear mine gases out of the area in order to rescue people. They might have to pump water. They might have to add roof supports.
The competition has been going on for almost 70 years. 24 teams participated in the competition doing simulations, first aid, and testing. Kentucky State Police honored troopers last night in Lexington. They were honored for the acts of bravery, life-saving efforts, and meritorious service achievements from the past year. 71 troopers and officers were recognized for their efforts. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman was also on hand. The road to the 150th Kentucky Derby is underway, and the official art for the race was revealed yesterday morning. Artist Wiley Cottle is behind the design. He is renowned for his murals and large-scale pieces. The art for next year's Derby highlights the trophy with the newly renovated paddocks and the iconic twin spires as the background. There are also 150 roses for the 150th Derby. Power Up the Pantry is over, and our partners are taking hundreds of pounds of provisions to area pantries. The 3 Power Up drop-off points in Pikeville, Hazard, and Ashland saw a combined $2,300 in monetary donations and 1,300 pounds of food. The AEP Foundation will also donate an additional $15,000 for God's Pantry Food Bank and $10,000 to Facing Hunger in Ashland. Those involved say it's all about helping those in need.
It truly warms my heart, just as part of God's Pantry, but as a neighbor in this county. It makes you feel good because we all band together and we help one another in times of need.
This marked the 4th time for the partnership stocking area food banks ahead of the holiday season. The Carl D. Perkins Vocational Training Center in Johnson County celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. The center serves people with many types of disabilities. It can accommodate more than 200 residents and employs 123 full and part-time staff members. Since July 1973, more than 50,000 people have been helped at the center. Coming up, one of the world's most famous boy bands is putting out a new single after recently reuniting.
Rain chances hold off again today, but we will see them again this weekend. I'll track them out for you in about 3 minutes.